Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. I know that nobody even knows that I'm live because this was like last minute thing. It's not even 6:30 in the morning. But I figured, some people expect my videos out at 7 a.m. And I thought, what about me? How about me? How about you see me at 6:28 a.m. Anyway, I did want to do a video about Gypsy, and I figured, even if nobody's here watching it at the moment, it'd be like they'd catch it later. And those people that are waking up going, "Where's Toddy's video?" And then they realize I'm live, they're like, "Oh, let me go join that." So, like I got somebody now, I don't know who it is. Good morning, whoever is eyeing me, eyeing you back. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about Gypsy, and this is, we've talked about some very, very, very important things when it comes to Gypsy Rose, but let's talk about her clothes. Let's talk about the fact that, yes, I watched Becca's live. I'm sorry, it wasn't a live. I watched her video, and she's 1 million, like 1 million% right. Giving out your location is a lot more dangerous because we know who you are, and we figure you got a baby in a stroller. We can add one and one, and we can come up with two. Good morning, Carolyn. Just a Georgia girl. How you doing? So we already know that. So when Becca said that I thought, how obvious. It took us a minute to get there. In all fairness, Becca got there before me. I don't know if I would have ever gotten there, maybe, but I hooked onto it. She's right, 1,000,000% right. How you doing, Janae? How you feeling, my friend? Is it? Ah, hi, Mealy. How are you? Opa, how are you? Just go. Just go. How are man? Do you ever check your email? I wrote you like 2 or 3 emails, man. Can you write me back and just let me know? Answer my question, man. Come on, Jesco. Saying prayers. Worrying about my friend. The weather ain't so good. But you know what I'm saying. Check your email for me, my friend. Just let me know how you're doing. Lori, how are you? Good morning, Minion. You're a mighty minion. And thank you, Jesco, new member. Yeah. Casey. Hi, Casey. You might have to remind me of that because I will probably call you Opa. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that, but it's hard to remember. I don't mean any disrespect. Doing well. My dogs are doing good. I got the whatchamacallit. I got the Charlotte's Web CBD, and I haven't had to use it yet. It was supposed to rain last night. But let me tell you something. This dog has been off her Prozac, and she's a different dog. She's so much fun. I don't know how much Milo's crazy about her, but I mean, she is so much fun. Listen, it's good. No worries, no worries. Dark side of the community. I get it. I mean, it took me a minute to really see how nasty people could be, but it is what it is. There's nasty people in the world. To me, the hardest part, I'll be honest with you, the hardest part is going from one community to another, because then you start losing touch with those people that you had become really close with, either on the phone or on the internet, or maybe you've collaborated, talked about the story behind the scenes, and you know, and I think each community brings new people, and I should be used to that because as a kid I would always move. You know, the place I was at the longest was the place that I just lived in, and it was 6 years. So, I mean, like, come on, I'm 62 years old. So, anyway, uh, it's all right. I don't know if anything else happened. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I never looked me up, just so you know. And the only reason why I know that there would be bad things about me is maybe a video would come through, or a trailer, not a trailer, but a thumbnail, and you could see, and you know it is what it is. I'm not doing anything wrong, so I feel like I'm on the right side of things, and that's just the way it is. Anyway, you want to talk about Gypsy? I'm glad you all are here. Good morning, Misbehaving. I know. Oh, cool. I'm so glad. How's Flash? How's Flash? Now, the country life of chicken lady here has a chicken that I got to name, and I named the chicken Flash. And did Flash lay an egg? The best cod is made from an orange peel. Oh, are you talking about CBD? Are you? I'm pretty sure you're not talking about cod, right? You're talking about CBD, I would assume. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I already forgot your name, Casey, right? I'm gonna screw that up. um, yeah, that was a nasty side. Was a big eye opener. I'm really not sure what anybody's talking about here, but that's all right. That's not why we're here. Yeah, it was CBD, right? Ah, pumpkin. Ah, my dogs like pumpkin too. But the chickens like pumpkin? Like she eats a pumpkin? And she did lay an egg? Well, you don't have to be here. Don't start trouble. My mod isn't even awake. That's okay. I think I got that because I got the Charlotte's Web. So I'm pretty sure I got that. Oh yeah, pumpkin is good for dogs, for sure. Okay, for the digestive tract. Guys, okay, so because misbehaving insists, um no, I know. I know you're joking. I know. Okay, so we're here because we're talking about Gypsy. Can you not read the thing that I wrote? I mean, I wrote something about it. So we're here because I want to talk about Gypsy Rose and, her fashion sense and the fact that it's so important to her. And, what Becca Scoop said, and that's how we started the video, to be honest with you. That's awesome. Anyway, I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. I mean, I spent a lot of money for it, so I'm gonna try that CBD stuff. But Gypsy, let's talk about Gypsy Rose. I'm glad it works. I'm glad it works. I am. So about Gypsy Rose, Becca Scoops 1000% right. Okay, because it doesn't matter. I mean, I could quote Becca Scoops, but I'm sure you heard her. She says that she can go ahead and that Aurora is certainly going to change over the course of time from a baby as she grows up and everything. Good morning. Um Thank you, Jesco. So the so the baby's face is going to change. The baby's character might even change, right? As the baby finds things and is drawn to things. And so anyway, good morning, Andrea. So Kathleen, how you doing? Gutter Snipe, how you doing? Thank you for being here. So the time and place, or even just the place, is most important in protection. I was in the witness protection program. The first thing was get them out of that place and get them into a secure place that nobody knows about. So I have to say absolutely that Becca Scoops is right. So it's like a tease. And if you remember, Christie uh, supposedly leaked photos of Aurora. And now I'm getting emails from people saying, hey, there's people that have those photos and they're circulating. I don't want to say anything bad about Morbid at all because I like Morbid very much, but he himself had said that the baby looked different. So if the baby has the micro deletion, then the baby has the micro deletion. And we honestly can't go back and change that, right? All we can do is nobody wants this baby, whose ever baby it is, if it's their baby, not, I don't care. Nobody wants to see this child suffer because of Gypsy Rose Blanchard or anybody else. Nobody wants to see that. Are you fucking kidding me? Those photos were leaked and offered to content creators. And I don't know one content creator that put the fucking picture out. Let's be real. I didn't want it. It was offered to me. I said, I don't want them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them. So I agree. Like her whole thing is about content, and her content is the baby right now. Now I was also watching Barbara Ann from Straight Outta Context, right? And she too is sitting there saying the same exact thing. Everybody is talking about Gypsy's influencing, and who is she influencing? Guys, those people that follow her. Just think about the people that follow her. Okay. Okay, what the heck? Baby look like or what? Um, okay, so there's a micro deletion, Jesco, and that's just a genetic thing that's that Gypsy has that makes her head smaller and makes there that's why she was sick the way she was sick, because there wasn't any Munchausen by proxy. There was a genetic disorder that was a chromosome deficiency from a micro deletion. That's the best I can explain it. Anyway, if you want to really know about it, I recommend Becca Scoops, man. If you just even start with her first video and just binge watch, you'll learn so much about Gypsy Rose. And a lot of other content creators as well. I mean, I just think Becca I think she's the expert, not because she's my friend, but because there was a reason why I was drawn to her to want to collaborate and do things with her. And it was because I think that she's spot on about things. You know what I'm saying? So her first video blew us all out of the water. Look at the stats. I'm not making that shit up. We couldn't wait for the second video. And now each video that comes out, we're waiting and we're learning more and more and more. And we're also getting to know Becca more and more and more. And that's, Becca's likable. So, that just adds to it. How you doing, Sash? Okay, so anyway, let's so isn't it important? Thank you so much. Thank you so much through the vines. Thank you. I wasn't talking to you, Alexa. Why are you calling me Toddy over there? Come on. Our relationship starts later. I understand your frustration. Please tell me that you have feedback if you want to report this to the I don't. Shut up. I think Alexa and I just broke up. Okay, she's okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I figured why not? Alexa's still talking to me. I'm not even talking to Alexa anymore. The thing, the Alexa Plus goes on and on and on. Talks more than I do. So seriously, SB, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. Sheila, how are you? So Gypsy's content is only her child right now, and she tries to be an influencer, and in the meantime she's not even a good person watching a child. I was watching Straight Outta Context, and Barbara Ann's showing a video of Gypsy shopping, and the baby is not being watched. Now, if she's so concerned about her baby, like, do you think that a celebrity would go to a store, film themselves at the store, okay, and that's the location, right? So it would be the location, so that person's gonna be there, right? And would you a celebrity, can you imagine turning their back on their baby and not having anybody watch their baby? That's when somebody's concerned about their child. Or the average bear that usually does everything with the baby right in front of them. I mean, Gypsy had that thing to carry, that kangaroo pouchy thing. Like, what the hell? There were no threats for that child. I've never seen a threat. I've never ever once seen a threat um saying anything other than, we're worried about the child with you, Gypsy Rose. And then Gypsy tries to insult our intelligence because remember I said, I put out a video, there's a picture that Gypsy wants everybody to see. And that picture is very specific to her. And as long as she's convinced nobody else could see through it, like the jacket. You guys saw I mean, it was put side to side. Somebody sent back a clip. One jacket's very expensive, the other jacket not so expensive. Now listen, some people have to shop at Walmart. The quality is obviously going to be different. There's going to be better material on the most expensive one and a little bit more care, obviously, in putting it together, right? The other one's assembly line. Not saying that one isn't, but the assembly line's a lot smaller for something that is expensive, right? So there's just more care that goes into it. But why did Gypsy have to pretend that the jacket she bought was the expensive jacket? And people have been all over her pictures and such that show that she uses filters, that she, changes things, scrutinized everything. And she puts on a jacket and claims it's the same jacket as the other one when there's even a color difference. I mean, one is matte and one is shiny. But then there's a color difference also between with the orange. There was orange highlights in the pocket trim and such. It- it- It's we have caught her in everything, yet she still thinks she's smarter. No, I'll get over on this one. I'll get over on this one. I'll get over. She lies about a jacket, guys, a jacket, and we know she shops at Walmart. So why lie about a jacket? That's what I'm saying. Like there's crazy stuff. Is it so that she gets caught? Is this her content? I'm trying to figure it out. She's not a snob because we've seen her shop at Walmart for jeans. That's not a snob. I mean, I just don't understand. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we see her shop at Walmart, which is fine, then why'd she have to lie about the jacket? We already know she shops at Walmart. I don't buy jeans at Walmart or underwear at Walmart, but I have bought cheaper stuff at Walmart. Like I bought some of their shorts, those wick shorts that kind of dry real quick that you wear, like the basketball shorts. And I bought probably some sweatpants there and stuff like that. My jeans, I buy at Marshalls or Burlington or Ross. You know what I'm saying? You can always tell when somebody buys their clothes. I'm serious. You can always tell when somebody buys their clothes at like Ross or Burlington or Marshalls. I'll tell you how. Because this is how. I have a young man that works and helps me like with the stuff that I can't do. Like a handyman, but he's a young man. And every time he comes, he wears different jeans. They all look nice on him. But every time, like he was wearing Lee's, he was wearing Wranglers, and then the other day he was wearing Lucky's. And I like Lucky jeans. I wear them as well. So I said to him, let me guess where you buy your jeans. And he looked at me. I said, Burlington or Marshalls or Ross. And he laughed and he said, yeah, how'd you know? I said, because each time you come, you wear a different pair. And usually when somebody can afford to buy a specific brand, they stick with that specific brand. Because, I used to buy Levi's. I was a Levi's snob. That's all I used to wear. You know what I'm saying? But Gypsy is just the good news is now she is. Oh, wait a minute. Did you guys gotta tell you, secondhand clothes are great and there's so many cool shops for them now. I bought stuff. I had a shirt that I used to fit into. I loved it. Jen loved it too. It was an old school blue shirt that had this like shiny material. I mean, it was really old school. And I loved it. I loved it, man. Yeah, there's some vintage clothes and stuff. Absolutely. So I don't know anything about what's going on with Gypsy outside or anything in the wilderness, but what was I gonna say? I heard did somebody say she's like thinking of going on this cruise in January to Alaska? I She can't go to Canada. I'm pretty sure she can't go to Canada. So she's probably gonna change that trip to Hawaii. I've been on that Alaskan cruise. I'm pretty sure that I was in the inn, because there's inn and there's one that's closer. So the one that goes up is called, and then the one that goes up is called one passage, and the one that comes back is called the other passage. I think it's the inbound passage and the outbound passage, something like that. And I went up, and where the hell did I land? I can't remember which airport I landed in. And then we took a train to the port. So I don't know, but I remember it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And let me tell you, those glaciers, they are disappearing. I mean, that's just true. But it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was an amazing. My dad was very generous, and he took us on family cruises. We went to Russia. We went to the Baltics. There's a lot of cool places, he wanted us to see the world, and when he could only afford to show us the United States, it was in car, and he smoked cigars, and I got really sick all the time, but, all right, let's see, thrift is great, especially there's a place here in Woodstock that, has secondhand stuff, but the problem with that, is that it's really expensive because it's in Woodstock. And, I don't know. A lot of some are consignment shops and some are donations, so anyway. Um anyway, so about Gypsy, because this is who we're talking about today. So that's the only way. But here's the thing. She's gonna have to take both cruises. You understand what I'm saying? She's going to have to take both cruises. She's gonna have to take the inward and the outward, because where's she gonna? She's where in Alaska? You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise they're gonna be driving to an airport after they get off the boat. That's what I'm saying. Like, it goes up. And as you know where Alaska is. So I might have flown into Alaska, but then when the cruise goes up, there's no airport there. So the boat gets off, you get into Canada and you fly back, or vice versa. That's what I'm saying. There's like one airport. So I mean, unless she's gonna hire some private plane. So that's the problem with that. Secondhand clothes are great. Okay, so yeah, my dad was very generous. She's going on a cruise, though. Isn't she going? Somebody's telling me it's a Disney cruise, and I checked into it. There is a Disney cruise that goes to Alaska. I didn't think that. I didn't know that. I really didn't. At first, I'm like, "There's no Disney cruise," and I didn't need to say that. How you doing? Good morning, Karen, Lisa. Good morning. Good to see you here. That you're worldly anyway. You're worldly anyway. Um, anyway, she is staying in the wilderness. With what? There's a Disney wilderness in Alaska. I must have missed something here. I'm gonna have to check into that. I mean, I don't know what I missed here. With the baby, that I could see her doing. And what? She's gonna be an influencer. First of all, I can't see Gypsy trying to make it out there, because she's just a horrible person, and everything, she can't do anything, and she manipulates people. We've seen it in videos where she'll do something wrong, I think, so that Ken does it, instead of saying, well, honey, if I'm doing it wrong, just show me how to do it, because obviously I don't know how to do it. Or, yeah, don't talk to me like that, just fucking show me how to do it. That's, you know what I'm saying? But she doesn't do that. She doesn't. I don't need to go to Alaska. I live in Pennsylvania. But Alaska is beautiful, I just want to say. And the cruises are beautiful, and you get to see great sea animals. And I mean, I had a great time. I mean, most of the memories are with my family, but we were doing things. There was some really cool stuff to do. Oh, I thought you said that you were effing me. You're effing with me. Nobody thinks that the baby's safe. And we see it in the videos, like Barbara Ann said, you see Gypsy talking and the baby's behind her. You know, how do you know it's she doesn't pay attention to it's a disconnect. Disconnect. I wonder, excuse me, it's a coffee. I really wonder what Raina said when she heard there's a disconnect as far as my caring goes. I know she's already packing. You know what she'll do? She'll rent a set. She'll put the background of Alaska behind her. Look at what we're doing. And then she'll get her lip stuck because it's freezing there. I mean, who the fuck? Pardon me. When I went to Alaska, it was in June. Who goes in winter to Alaska? I'm just asking. I don't even do they have cruises in winter in Alaska? Because the water's got to freeze. And to go out and do something, an excursion in the middle of winter? I don't really in January. I can't. Come on. I really seriously. I'm just asking. Is that good morning? Oh God, I don't know how to pronounce that. I did see Karma's video yesterday, I believe. Are you talking about the baby? Are you talking about the baby video? She's not taking a cruise, Toddy won to skip. Okay, well, I heard she was. So what is it that she's doing? And what does it have to do with Disney? Are the two things hand in hand, or is there Disney and then there's Alaska? So she's just gonna fly into Alaska. When and why? I mean, I'm not saying, but would it? Why? Seriously, there's nothing wrong with Alaska, but Disney's in Florida. That makes sense because of Ken's dad. I get that. Okay, cool beans. I'm surprised that Disney lets her in. Really? Do that? I mean, like, they shouldn't let killers in there. Like, that's something that should be a safe place. That should be a no-brainer. No killers allowed. Gee, guys, glad you're spending a little bit of the morning with me. Yeah, everybody said a cruise at first, probably because Gypsy said it, and then she realized I can't do that. So let me save face and my tongue. Just her and Ken are flying to Alaska. Just her and Ken. Hang on, I'm reading it. To stay in the middle of nowhere. Listen, there is a hotel. I want you guys to look it up. Seriously, there is a place in Alaska that is in the middle of nowhere where people live. And a lot of it is now a hotel. I love the travel channels. Don't ever be surprised when I'm 80 years old and I'm putting out videos talking, but I'm talking from places all over the world because, I want to do that while I'm cooking. So a future cooking channel and travel channel. I thought Disney banned her. They should. I mean, a big ass sign, you would think, no killers allowed. Or nobody that might want to offer up 13-year-olds. You would think so. It's not a good look. Somebody should take a picture of Gypsy's there in Disney and send it to Disney and say, why do you allow these people when you know? I know that you don't know everybody's dangerous, but when you know somebody's dangerous, you let Charlie Manson in there. Hey, Charlie, come on. Space Mountain's waiting for you. Oh, no worries. Come on. Everybody, the whole family will fit. I mean, come on. She's going mushing. She can barely walk on mushing. What the fuck is mushing? Hang on. What's mushing, guys? Hey, I just wanted to say that we're gonna do those people that don't have a place to spend Thanksgiving. We're gonna have it on Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. It's gonna start at 1:00. A lot of people said 1:00. I figured, if 2:00 works for some people, we're already in Thanksgiving at 1:00. So it'll be 1:00 on Thanksgiving Day on my other channel. Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. The only thing I ask is that you bring your own food. It's going to be an open panel. so you guys can come on up and, bullshit talk, say what you're thankful for. So hopefully those people that don't have a place to go have now found a place to go, because we did it last year and Jamie was like, we should do it again. And I was like, well, you host it. And she was like, no, it's okay. I didn't tell her to host it. I just said, let me think about it. And I was like, all right. So mushing. I want to look up mushing. So something's going on in the Whitaker world. I'm going to be putting up a video about that. Like, my goodness alive. Let's see. Mushing. Oh, with the dogs? Is that what you're talking about? You know why she would do that? Isn't Ken the lover of huskies? Isn't the husky thing the thing that they have in common? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know people that have done that, because it was an excursion from the cruise. So I get that. Listen, they should have a good time and but they won't because Gypsy's gonna be there. Hey Karma. Edie, with dogs pulling her to Alaska. Hopefully dogs pulling her into the Bering Sea. She should be like in the Bering Sea. I want to know what Ken. Okay. What if I've lost both my, so it's just me and my, oh, good. Well, I mean, I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that, but I'm glad that you'll be on the other, I'm glad you'll be there for Thanksgiving. So yeah, just bring your own food. Um, I thought that's what it is. Please. I thought she couldn't walk very well. Let me tell you something. I mean, they go fast and sometimes they fall over those things, but she said she was mushing through the snow with snowshoes. When is she supposed to go? I know my soul crumpled like a piece of paper with cringe. Couldn't imagine if I was Ken. I would have left and kept my dignity. I think it's when you are behind the dogs and you are, yeah, no, I get it. Glad to have you. That crib says it all. That baby has been rolling and flipping and climbing on things. If that baby stayed there every day, she would have fallen out months ago. Yeah. She said she was getting snowshoes from mushing. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I mean, unless they're going to walk. First of all, get them there. They'd be better there than in Louisiana. Where are you buying them in Louisiana? I'm just asking. Asking for a friend. Can I get snowshoes? It'd be like me trying to get a bathing suit right now. Can I get a bathing suit? Have you not checked the weather? Come on, seriously. Gypsy did it. I love it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The husky knife. South Australia. Chelly, how you doing? Supposedly next December. Well, she's not going to be with them next December. That. So when is she going to Disney? This no, it's not this Christmas because didn't she say Christmas December 2026? Like she's really trying to convince Ken that they are going to be together. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't understand why in the world. Well, I see snowshoes if you live in Alaska, but exactly, rent something. Hey through the vines. Thank you. So I've seen like I just don't understand why she is putting that shit out there like for a year from now. Here's a person that has just asked us what her hairstyle should be, though she doesn't have any. So I guess we should tell her what color wigs to buy. She's an influencer asking other people what she should do. I've never heard of an influencer asking for advice on everything and being so unsure, being 1000% so unsure that you are miserable all the time that you have to get people to tell you that everything's good. That's not an influencer. An influencer has confidence and they try to influence people. Gypsy, I believe, is influencing people, younger people and weaker minded people. And that's where the cult thing comes from. Everything with Gypsy is about look, she loves to think that the picture that she put up there is the only picture that anybody sees. And in her mind, if that's what she believes, that's the way it is. And that's the way Gypsy is because as she said, she has no, say it, 1, 2, 3, let's say it together. Disconnection. She has a disconnection from caring. Remember? She said that. Nobody's spreading rumors. She said that. Thank you, Chelly. I appreciate it. Oh, so that's why her baby's going to be what, 6 years old by the time they go because that shirt ain't a toddler shirt, you know. And I don't even think that the baby would be the baby would I guess be considered a toddler in 2026, right? No, 2. No. Yeah, the baby's only going to be 2. That's not even a toddler. Is that a toddler? Like I still consider that a baby. Like a toddler's like 4 or 5, maybe 3. I don't know. She hasn't influenced anybody except to do bad things. Ken is not that into her. Oh, I know. I know he's in it for the money. And if there's a kid, he's in it for his kid. But if there's a kid and they break up, are you kidding me? He's going to take that child. And I don't know why he hasn't done it if there's a child. Because that child's not safe with Gypsy. I'm not trying to be mean. This isn't gossip. This isn't me fucking around. That child's not safe with Gypsy because Gypsy is too impulsive and she's forgetful. And she's never taken a mother, a class about mothering, and she hasn't been around babies. And she doesn't have a motherly instinct. Put that storm together. Somebody say something funny now, please. Anyway, she also said she does not care if let me see something. She also says she does not care if she gets caught or when she gets caught for doing bad things. I did hear that. I mean, what's she going to say at this point? I'm serious. Like, what is she? Nobody likes her except her little world that exists of maybe 12 people. It's too bad. Had she have kept her mouth shut, everything would have been okay, yeah. Had she have just written a book, maybe done a couple documentaries, she would have had money, could have invested money, could have lived a nice, quiet, good life. She screwed this up by opening her mouth. The biggest thing that it comes to, Tori, and that is the so-called influencers tried to amaze Eaton in their possible wonderful. 2 as a toddler. Okay. The last time Gyp shit planned 1 to 2 years ahead, it ended up absolutely true. She said the shirt is for her niece. Yeah, because isn't it true that proves to me that there's 2 babies? Do you know that? Because that I understand. You know how one baby is heavier than the other baby? So that right there, I can do a whole video on because that right there, if she really says that, remember, I even said that. I said that's probably for her his brother's family. See, she puts that shit out there to fuck with us. Pardon my language with the coffee, but to mess with us because she's having fun. So she's not an influencer. She's a mind fucker. Pardon me, Gypsy. That's what you are. Put that on your description of who you are. No influencer. Mind F asterisk CKER. Exclamation point 3 times. That's what you are? That's why. Hey Ruth, good morning. Disconnection or disassociation, she's just brain gone. If there's a child, where are the court documents? I don't know. I don't know. Ask Misbehaving. She knows a lot of stuff. Um, absolutely okay, so that's to Misbehaving. Pixie! Pixie! Pixie Pix! Come here, Pixie! Drop the knife, Pixie! Your mama's not here yet. Pixie Pix, my girl. It's my girl. Come on, Pixie. Let's take a poll. So you should keep the knife or not? Red, yes, blue, no. I live in a place that gets colder than Alaska. Where is that? Hi, Shauna. Because she is evil, not you. I know that. And she is too obsessive with certain men. Yeah, everything about Gypsy has to do with X. And I'm wondering what the final climax will be. Because it's not just regular X. You know, I totally believe, got off on what happened with her mom. That's why I think she was part of it. She likes score. She likes disgust. We see that in her letters. We see that in things that why would she tell us about the barbecue sauce? I'm asking, just asking for a friend. Why would she tell us things? I guess she knew at some point this shit was going to come out. But really, come on. I'm sorry. Kink is okay. That ain't kink. That's not, I don't think that's kink. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about? It's somebody who's really reformed, improved it, has been a good citizen. Yeah, she's not that though. She's not that. She was pregnant during her parole. Her officer and her supervisor dropped the ball. Parenting classes. She should. You would think that she would have parenting classes, but she had no. She'd rather go shopping. What are you kidding me? Why should parenting classes? Please, she's got to learn how to shop. You know, she's practicing. I think it doesn't matter what Ken thinks, right? Right. Operation Cockroach. It's not that. It's Operation Raid. These are the hashtags. I spoke to Becca Scoops. You know, I did a video with Becca Scoops. If you guys don't know, on my other channel, The Argument with Toddy One Skip, check out that video. It's awesome. Like, seriously, we're just talking about Gypsy's medical records, what Becca honestly believes. We talk about the night of the crime. What do we think happened? There's so much. Please check that out. It's at Toddy. It's at The Argument with Toddy One Skip, and I think it's episode 12. And I've done a video with night combos, and we talk about Gypsy Rose, but also the content creators and you know such, and what we should share and what we shouldn't share, and all of that. And then I did something with Amber from Into the Weeds on that channel as well about prison reform. Excuse me. Excuse me, and that had a little bit to do with Gypsy Rose. But you know, guys, there's more to the world than Gypsy Rose, as you know, and thank God. I mean, shit. Thank God. If Gypsy Rose was it, we'd be in a hell of a lot of trouble. But we're almost getting there. We got people like that. They're real and they're bold, right? Aren't they bold? Like, how can you be so bold? She's so fucking unbelievable. Just, she honestly doesn't care. We clearly see that. She doesn't care when she's called out on things or anything like that, you know? And so these are the hashtags, guys, right here. Let me put them up here. I got to get to them myself. I'm sorry. I'm not very good. Jamie doesn't know that I'm here yet. Rosalind, how are you? Sheila, give me 2 steps. Give me 2 steps. Shauna, how are you? You should check that out, Shauna. Um, What are you in a certain country? I mean, are you in the United States? Cockapoo named Mo? Yeah, I believe that you're in colder places. You know the truth. It's the Cummins. I believe it. I believe it. So I want to put up these things. Nobody's produced any court records. All these excellent internet. What are you talking about? You know what's funny about this, to be honest with you, is that we're doing absolutely 100% more than they did. Right? That's truth. Oh, there's a lot of places that get colder than Alaska. Oh, more than demented. Yeah, she wrote that book for her daughter, right? So that should tell you what she has plans for her daughter. Who the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if my mom was even reading a book like that, she would hide it from me, let alone write it for me, to me. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Shauna, how you doing? I'm gonna miss some names. It's certainly not intentional. Do you want a prison reform video? What it really looks like and how it's really done? You can write to me at toddy1skip@gmail.com and talk to me a little bit about it. Um, and what you might know, I haven't heard of that channel, Dubs. I've not. Yeah, a lot of people had caught on to that. I don't know which video you're talking about, misbehaving. I do not think Gypsy has. I don't. I don't think she does either. And I'm not. Why is she messing with us? So she's messing with us intentionally about two babies. And she messed with us, as you guys know, when she went ahead and sent that picture. Well, but if that was to their family, if that was to her brother, her Ken's brother's family or Ken's sister's family, if that's who that was for, why does it why is it a year from now? Like there's so much shit. Hey man, you need to check out what I made. Go check out one of my posts. I've been making pizza without dough lately. Check that shit out. That stuff is good. I thought she was cutting on highlighting her wig. I guess she's talking about that. Um, I think that she's definitely been. So here's those hashtags, just so you know. I that maybe that's what she was talking about with coloring her hair. Remember the wigs? So perhaps that was the thing. That's what I said. She doesn't have enough hair to do anything with. You can't have surgery when you're pregnant. And she said she was pregnant and had the rhinoplasty. Um, I thought that she came out with the pregnancy after the rhinoplasty. I mean, she might have been pregnant during it, but she probably lied to the doctor because remember what she was saying? She was saying that it'd be really hard for her to get pregnant, and supposedly she was on birth control. She's such a liar. We don't know. You're in Colorado. I have family in Colorado. Hi from Pennsylvania, Rosalind. How you doing? Davina. You ever heard of the channel Viking Mindset? I've seen a video. I have not. 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 Um. Okay, so you guys are talking to each other. That's cool. How you doing, Jess John? Nice to see you. I live in the snow belt and I hate it. Yeah, we're gonna head south and then we're gonna head out of the country. Right, Danny? You gonna go out of the country with mommy? Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? He's so pretty. Yeah, Danny's off for medicine. I love that. Well, I guess you're not going to answer me, but I did let him know about you. So, Shauna, I don't know who you, are. I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know if you're talking to somebody in the chat. I answered you. I don't know Dubs. I said that I've never heard of that channel. Um, but I really hate that when people say, "I guess you're not going to answer me." I'm reading comments from everybody. I'm trying to say hello to people. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not trying to not answer somebody. I've always said if you guys have anything that you need to say or you need to ask, please put question marks ahead of it. If you need me to see something, please put asterisk. If it's more than that, you can write to me at toddy1skip@gmail.com. And I challenge anybody that's written to me to say that I haven't written back to them. It might take a minute, but I get there. I get there. Hey Lulu, how you doing? How you doing, guys? So if any of you've seen the video that I did interviewing the woman that made the video about Dee Dee, surviving Gypsy Rose in Dee Dee's voice. Yes? If you guys haven't seen that, please check out that video. If you haven't seen the actual video, please check out that video. This is the author of that video, Lulu B. So, and I'm hoping to do something with her on my other channel, The Argument with Toddy One Skip, and talking about, how difficult it is to get treatment when you don't know really what the problem is and what that fight might have looked like for Dee Dee. Hang on one second. I got to give Danny drugs. Danny, what's going on out there? You want to come over here and tell me what's going on? Or are you just going to try to mess with things? Hang on one second. I'm sorry. What's going on? You want me to open that for you? Is that what the problem is? Okay, here, look. There's no wind. I don't see any wind or anything. You want to just see that right there? Is that what you wanted? It's a good girl. That's my girl. Where's your brother? Okay, look, hang on. Hang on. Just give me about 15 minutes and then we'll say everybody have a great day and then we'll start our day. Well, start our day. They already ate. They already got TREATS. They already played. I mean, we've been up for a while. Anyway, I did want to just come on here real quick. And Nikita, how are you? It's been a minute. How are you? Andrea, Shauna, but what I want to know is is it legal to get up here and lie to the whole world in the law, everybody's condone it. How? Well, I don't know how it's not illegal to lie, as we know, right? She got up on the stand and she lied. But not only did she lie, her lawyer gave her an alibi that was made up of lies. That's the problem. Somebody in our system lied, and that person needs to pay for that. That person needs to be addressed, as well as Gypsy. So, the docs test you even for emergency surgery. Okay, that's cool beans. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. You want me to call you some of the food? You need to open a restaurant. I really wanted to open like a small place that sold some unique things, things that everybody would like. But yeah, because I love to work with my hands. I loved being a server. That was one of my favorite jobs, waiting on tables. People would say, "Why are you waiting on it?" Because I loved it. I loved it. After working in the jail and taking all that shit home with you, man, waiting on tables. First of all, it's very physical and it's challenging. Each day is a challenge because at certain times you get in the weeds and you try to get out of the weeds. And how many plates can you carry? And get the memory thing. And because there was one restaurant I worked at, I didn't even write anything down. I would leave the table and then write down because the menu was kind of small. But it was a barbecue joint. But man, yeah. And then you go home and you ain't thinking about the place. You're not thinking about the place. And a lot of times I made more waiting on tables than I did when I worked in the jail. No, I don't avoid talking to people at all. Somebody's gonna give me. I want to go to New Zealand because Australia has those bugs. New Zealand doesn't have any bugs. She said she was 11 weeks pregnant, like 2 weeks after she got the surgery. You cannot have surgery. I understand that. I don't know if they tested her. Did they test her or did they ask her? I mean, that's the question. And do I think, listen, I wouldn't bet my money that Gypsy has a baby. Come on. I wouldn't bet my money on anything Gypsy says. I think anybody that does that would be foolish. There's if you watch these timelines and all of this stuff, there is nothing that is consistent. There is nothing that follows through. She's a horrible person that has no business being amongst us. And that's something that Becca Scoops and I talked about in the argument on how dangerous Gypsy actually is. And that's part of telling the world who she is, because people need to know if they cut her off in line, if they get into a fight, if they make fun of her looks, that's a killer. That's a woman that kills. Now, we should know that because Gypsy's out here trying to be an influencer. Now, if she just went away and had to register as an MURDERER, that's one thing, but that's not what she's doing. She's out here spreading bullshit. And there's a lot of people, unfortunately, that are concerned because there are kids that unalive their parents. And if they look at Gypsy, they can say, oh, I'm 17. I'll be out when I'm 25. What the fuck? Be worth it. I'll just take the money and hide it somewhere. I don't know where the money is. There was never any money. There's somebody in their house right now that could just have money in their house because they don't trust the bank. And a kid that knows about it watches Gypsy Rose Blanchard bullshit in a fight with their mom for maybe a couple weeks or something, just because of something stupid like dating or whatever, or being grounded. Kid takes the money, hides the money. I'm only going to do 8 years. I'll come back. I'll take the money. That's the influencer that Gypsy Rose is. And that's not okay. She shouldn't be influencing anybody. She has nothing. She has no content. She's not out here talking about how bad it was in prison, how prison could be better. You know, take your fucking story. Tell the truth about it. I was lazy in prison. I wasted time in prison. I should have taken mother courses. I should have taken other courses to even know about things. I didn't. I was lazy. Don't make the same mistake as me. And people would have had some respect for her had it have been true, but that's not who she is. That's just not who she is. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Yeah, karma, there are things that I agree with karma, and there are things that I don't agree with. He's doubled down to 1,000,000% about the baby and such, and he's angry. And I know why he's angry because I've been on the other side. I've been on the same side of him where they start shit and they try to ruin your reputation and they find out where you live and where you work and all that bullshit. And so I get his anger. I live in upstate New York, Carol, in the Hudson Valley. So I get the anger. She has so many toys, and it's spelled DHANI. But thank you. So I just don't understand. Lulu B, this for you in case you didn't see it. I'm pretty sure there is a snow belt, an area that we have one here too. Like if you go to a certain like line, you could feel it. You can actually feel it. So yeah, there's some stuff going on. Okay. And the channel is okay. You're answering my email. Yeah. I don't know who Dubs is again, but yeah, I'm doing the best I can to talk to everybody. She lied to her lawyer. Of course she did. But her lawyer lied to her with an alibi. You know that, right? He's the one that came up with the alibi of the Munchausen by proxy when there was never any Munchausen by proxy. Guys, I think that when Gypsy was talking about the things that her mother did to her, I think she did those things to her mother or wished she did. I don't think Dee Dee was dark. Gypsy's fucking the devil, in my opinion. And there can be evil people in this world. I definitely agree with that. People that are missing something, and there is a disconnection. There is something that is missing with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. that makes her feel any kind of empathy or compassion towards anybody. We know that. We know that. Becca and I did talk about that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. My favorite bird. Oh, I don't. Never thought about it. I guess a red robin. I don't know. I remember seeing them as a child at my grandmother's house in the backyard. The red robins, and my grandmother used to say, "Well, there's a red robin." So it's probably that. I've never given any thought to it. Hey, thank you so much, KFC. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bree is a huge problem and a big reason that Gypsy believes her own lies. That's right, but if there wasn't a Bree, there'd be somebody else. There'd be somebody else. Now, I know that Karma Collector says, it's okay, Shauna, no worries. It's okay. It's illegal to lie on the stand anywhere. It's perjury, man. It's perjury. Exactly. But that video of her lying to her lawyers have been out for a while. Nobody did anything about it. It's been out there. I don't really want a restaurant, to be honest. Has anybody ever seen? It's one of my favorite movies about last night. The original. The other one was good too. The remake was good too, but the original with Demi Moore and Rob Lowe. I don't want a restaurant. I just want a joint, and not joint, a joint, a place that people hang out. A joint, you know. So, anyway, I know, but it was so fun. And I would get off at like 1 o'clock because I'd be the opening server, and I'd be on the boat by 2 o'clock, and I'd be fishing every day. That was the life, man. I think that's when I was most happiest, believe it or not. My dad was very generous. He had a really big boat. He had a 55-foot Choi Lee, and he bought Jimmy Buffett's um boat, which was, so my dad had a fishing yacht, and then the Jimmy Buffett boat was the just the cruising yacht. So we'd go to the islands, and some of us stayed on the fishing yacht. It was 55 foot. It had two places to sleep in it, and then where the staff slept. And then the other boat had, like, I don't know, it had more. I didn't spend a lot of time on the other boat. I'm a fishing person, so no. But it was cool. I don't know why I said that. Oh, because of the service. Because my dad was very generous, and you know, he never he if we went fishing, and we went fishing practically every day, he just asked us, because we would bring food to eat, to please bring food for the captain and the mate, and to tip the captain and the mate. That was all we had to do. Imagine that. Do you know how much the fuel cost to travel out into the ocean and troll for fish? But and then, obviously the captain and the mate, they're getting paid. They were getting paid anyway. They're full time, whether they were out there cleaning the boat or working, actually taking people out on the boat. It doesn't matter. But I thought it was very generous, and man, I took advantage of that in a good way. In a good way. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, no bugs. There's no bugs there. You think it's Ryan's baby. For the We're gonna pin that bad boy. I agree with you. Good morning, Drew. How you doing? It's been a minute. How are you? Waking and baking to get the day started. There you go. There you go. There you go. I should do that too. I probably will after I take the dogs out. They have to test. Okay. So there you go. I mean, and I agree with that. Listen, I'm a nurse in a hospital, and we cannot give you a baby if you just murder. We cannot give you a baby. What do you do? I mean, seriously, what do you do? Say, nope, can't have this baby? I don't know about that. I don't think a nurse can just take a baby though, Shauna. I mean, they can't. I know that CPS had to go there when that baby was born and ask a bunch of questions. I know that. I know that because I know how they work. So I don't think they took the baby. I think if there's a baby, there's a baby. Um, uh, but I don't know. Like I wouldn't take my money and say that there's a baby. Maybe they gave the baby to somebody else. If there's a baby, I don't know if there's a baby. If Toddy learned Becca, come on, they have a hero. Run, Mia, run. A waitress for like 20 years and loved it. Yeah, yeah, I loved it. I did. United and start a conspiracy. Think about it. If they won't even let you leave the hospital if you don't have a car seat. So I don't know. I don't know. I, I don't know. I mean, like that's a good thing to say, but I don't know. I think that there are people that get out of jail and they start their life again and they produce children. And we know this. So I don't know, you know. Anyway, a murderer on parole for murder is not going to be okay. I I don't know what to say about it, Shauna. Call up the hospital. Why don't you call up the hospital? I'm not being funny. I'm serious. Why don't you call up the hospital and ask their policy? If somebody's in there on parole and they've committed murder and they're pregnant and they have a baby, I mean, wouldn't the parole officer have said at some point, "Listen, you're not going to be able to keep this child because that's the law. They're going to take the baby from you." I just don't know about that. Hey, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. They don't have they got big ass bugs there. I'm telling you, in Australia, Ken and Ryan they are dangerous. I agree with you. And I heard that Ryan is losing people, right? He's losing in his live streams and stuff. I mean, he's still got a lot more people than me, but he's there honestly for gifts. He's there for gifts. He's there for, isn't he say that in the cameos and stuff like that? Come on, man. I don't know one thing Gypsy has done. That's good. And that I agree with. I agree with that. Angela, thank you so much. It's very, very kind of you. I really, really do appreciate it. Yep. I'm telling you, you can make one yourself. It's very good. I just put it in the baking. I think I wrote it down. I have a deep fryer. I mean a air fryer, but I have like an air fryer that's a toaster oven, bake, it does pizza, right? So I have one of those. But I put that on air fryer sheets on a pan, a baking pan in that oven. And I think I put it at like 375 for like 8 minutes and I stayed on top of it. I watched it. The key to that is after you get it the way you want it, you got to turn the oven off, let it sit there for just a few seconds, maybe a minute longer, and then take it out. And that's when it gets hard, so that you could peel it. Don't use any spray. Don't use any spray. I don't like any spiders. I just told you. I'm sorry. I just told you. um, anyway. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, bugs are hard. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to pop on here and just talk about what I talked about, which was Gypsy's clothing. And why does she have to lie about that? It's fucking crazy. Why do you have to lie about that? Like, come on. Especially when we know you shop at Walmart. There's nothing wrong with shopping at Walmart. I'm probably going to get some long sleeve shirts because I need some long sleeve shirts. And I think they might be, I don't know if they're cheaper at Walmart or Ross or anyway, but I do need some. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the sun is out. It's frosty out there. Yeah, it's cold. Alexa, what's the temperature outside? Did you hear? 25 degrees outside right now. It's freezing out there, buddy. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take these guys out, and I do have a couple more videos to put out. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. uh, yeah, I mean, like, I agree with you. No, you can check out what Karma says. He just put out a video yesterday that was very interesting. It was easy for her to lie on the stand. Well, that's the problem. I think Gypsy, in all honesty, um, I think Gypsy, seriously, um, it doesn't, she would pass a lie detector test, in my opinion, because in her mind, that's the truth to her. Yeah. It's too bad because we know better. We know better. I thought about a food truck, but I'm doing this. So I just want to do this because not a pub. I really wanted to do that. Thanks for hitting the like button. Anybody hit the like button, that'd be great. There's things that we've been doing that. I really haven't spoken about those morons except to say that they're morons. I mean, I can say what I want about them now. They definitely helped me lose my job here. They were that catalyst. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact, and I can't get into it any more than that. And the judge knows it for a fact too, because that was brought up. So, that was a catalyst. Anyway, it's all right. I don't need to be careful with what I say about those morons. Anyway, but I'm not going to give them the pleasure of putting them out there. Boston, remember Boston was part of that. She got on my new channel, The Argument, and she left. I pinned it. She left a message that said, "Oh, it's look at what you've come to." Like, I guess because I blocked her from the two channels I've had. Boston, right? She was a shit stirrer, fucking massive shit stirrer, racist, and is so fucking bad, pardon my language, that Gypsy's team wants nothing to do with her. Yep. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? You have a picture with a gun. She was on parole. I sent it to the parole officer. I got nothing back. Can you send me that picture, please? I'm not being funny. Toddy1skip@gmail.com. Send it, please. Because I'll do a video on it and hopefully people will pin it and they'll do videos on it and larger creators will do videos on it. Please send me that photo if you could. I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, I gotta take care of these kids and I guess go out there. Oh my god, everything is frozen. And winter doesn't start until December 21st. That's the first day of winter. If you guys felt how cold I am. So anyway. Davina, here we go. Guys, I do check my email, just so you know. And I do use videos and ideas that you guys send if I'm on side with them, if I agree with them. I did 2 videos last night about Gypsy from you guys. You guys sent me something and I was like, wow, that is something. One of the things that the person sent was so obvious that I thought, wow, that's true. I forget what it was. But I did a video about that, and then somebody sent me something else, and I was like, damn, because you guys go over this over and over and over again. Isn't it? This is horrible the way that crimes are being like solved because we aren't the people that are supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not qualified to do that. Yet we're sitting here going through shit, seeing things for the first time. that people missed. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. All right, guys. I need to take care of my kids. So, again, those that would like to join for Thanksgiving, please check the other channel out. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. I'll put something on this channel to bring you guys, show you the other channel as well. But those that don't have Thanksgiving to spend with people, there'll be a few of us. There was a few of us last year. You guys wanted it this year. I'm happy to do it. My family's not here. All I ask is that you guys please, please, please bring your own food. And when you come on panel, we try to keep it as a positive day, what we're thankful for. I believe it. I do, man. I would believe anything. I love you guys back. You guys are the best. You guys are really the best. I mean, come on, guys. I lost my job and look at what you've done for me. I mean, you give me an income. Imagine that at 62 years old. Who would have thought it? So I'm humbled by that. And I appreciate it more than you know. So I thank you so, so much. And let me take care of these guys. Otherwise, they're going to make my life hard. So later, Gator. You must be from Florida. All right, guys. Take care. I appreciate all of you. And what do I say? Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. And don't forget, take care of yourselves. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Questions, comments, concerns. I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank you again. I do. I appreciate you. And for the ones on the replay crew, I appreciate you too. And have a good one. And I got a few more videos to put out on both channels for sure. Take care, guys.